I was asked to kind of provide a bit of an autobiography about myself, to sort of show an example of what a path can look like through Luther College, where I went, and doing a professional program, and then now starting kind of in the early years of my professional career. I really clearly remember standing in your shoes, wherever that is, whether you're 18 years old and you're in high school, or you're in second year university, third year university, and like being at the beginning of this process. And I keep thinking, like, had I told myself at age 18, like, this is where you'll be. I'm 30 years old today, actually, it's my birthday. So this is where you'll be in 12 years. Being a prosecutor, working in Regina, and this is what your job will look like as a prosecutor, and these are all the things you would have done. Like, I don't even want to say that I couldn't picture it, or I wouldn't believe that that was where I'd end up, but like it's beyond what I think I could have even conceptualized at that time in my life. And I find that really interesting, because I did feel like in those days that I was really sort of adrift in a lot of ways. And now looking back, I can just see the path so clearly and how it makes a lot of sense. I ended up majoring in religious studies, which I took purely because I thought it was super interesting. In my fourth year of university, and also my third year to a certain extent, I was also like exploring a lot of interests outside of religious studies. In particular, I just like happened to take a women and gender studies class that in one of our readings, we were learning about an organization out in Vancouver that was a legal organization called Pivot. It's a really cool organization, and they were doing a lot of advocacy work for marginalized women and marginalized Indigenous women in Vancouver. And I remember reading about that organization and just thinking, like, I can see myself doing that, and feeling like, as much as you can kind of describe, a bit of a calling that way. And it was just, really by chance that ended up happening. So I would encourage you to like explore those other interests. Like, if you have electives, use them as an opportunity to kind of broaden your experience. And I think you never know kind of where that will take you. Obviously, it's really important to work hard, get your grades up and things like that, because that's going to give you a lot of opportunities. But keep things in perspective. And like, this is not advice that I would have been in any position to hear or accept 12 years ago, but perfectionism can be a really harmful way of approaching your life. And so as much as you can, like, keep that in check. Enjoy the process of your undergrad and enjoy the process of your professional program in the early days in your career. But particularly in your undergrad, the benefit of pursuing a professional program is that your undergrad is not your only degree. You're going to be in university for a while, sometimes a really long while. And some programs do have prerequisites, so obviously you need to kind of deal with those. But otherwise, it really is a step to the next program for you. And so I think that gives you like a great opportunity to take courses that you're interested in, to pick a major that you're interested in, and like, take things purely out of interest, or because that's a great professor, or, you've never taken a course on X. My experience in this is also a lot easier to do in a small program if you're going through Luther College or another college or that type of thing, is that I have found it very beneficial to seek out mentorship and cultivate relationships in my program. I've found that to be really crucial to my success, and have relied on my mentors to help me in my decision-making process and support me at various stages of both school and work. So that's the final thing I would leave with you.